Hey guys, this is Mualani. Thank you for joining me for another video. Now these are just my thoughts on how I learned TFT. It's how I've learned every season of TFT. And this is maybe more for beginners or for folks who are kind of feeling overwhelmed trying to get into TFT. If you're looking more for meta or ranked, there are other videos for that. Now, this is me now, the Bubblegum Dingo. I'm second from the left on the top. The Fruity Tooty Umbra is one of the new little legends, and he's really cute, and he's 2-star. That's him right next to us. There's kind of a lot of pink ones in this one, pink and purple. Alright, this is the initial carousel where you get to select a champion with an item. Needs to see large rods, recurve bows, BF swords. Those are items that are kind of... they go fast. They're hard to get later on. Now, unfortunately, I did record a bunch of videos last week. There was no audio, so I will not be posting those videos. But I will try to... and I did play a lot last week, so I have a bit more experience than the last videos that were posted. I will try to kind of reiterate some of that this week. Now up here on the very top you'll see it says round 1 out of 2, or this is phase 1 round 2. I'm not sure if phase is the correct term, but it's and now we're in 1-3. These are the little NPCs where you get the little loot orbs. Now, once we're through all of these initial 3, hold on, let me just see what we're getting here. There we go. Then we'll get into the rest of the rounds will all be the same. The phases will all have, you'll get 5, oh, I'll show you. Now, to collect these loot orbs, you can either right-click with your mouse, or in my case, I have a lot of pain in my hand, so I use a trackpad. And through settings, I was able to set up a key binding so that I move with my spacebar. Alright, so we definitely are... we are getting Vanguard. Maybe we could try Divine. We'll see. Now, every game of TFT is going to be a little different. You're going to see you're going to get some different things. And it's always a good idea to... you're going to find builds that you like, but if you try to force the same build every game, that's a good way to get into the bottom 4. You're not going to get the same build every game. You're going to get different champs, you're going to get different cards. Depends on what everybody else is going. It's the same pool of cards that you buy from, so it's... everybody might be going kind of for the same stuff. Okay, now this is going to be a really good item on Garen. So far, we're going Vanguard, so I think the keywords we're going to look for are Divine. And honestly, just because I know the series a little bit, we're going to kind of focus, I think, on Warwick. Which probably means we want to pick up Brawlers instead of Vanguards. Okay. You know, everybody kind of focuses on Warwick. So we'll give him a 2-piece Brawler buff. So, Divine... and I'm focusing on Divine because that's kind of what I'm getting, and there are TFT quests, and one of them is to get 6-piece Divine, which I haven't gotten yet, so we're gonna grab some of this. Okay, Duelist. Jax here, who we got from one of those initial loot orbs, is also Divine, and he's a Duelist. Oh, we could kind of go Divine Duelist. Wrong one, looking at Divine. Unfortunately, I'm not sure who the Divine Yellow one is. So yeah, we'll focus on Jax. Alright, now, the reason why I went Morellonomicon on Garen, let's go ahead and look at this. Garen spins his sword for 4 seconds, dealing magic damage to nearby enemies and reducing incoming magic damage by 80% over the duration. Now that purple number is affected by things that boost your spell power, so needlessly large rods. There are also some of these buffs on the left that can boost spell power, so those are the things that are going to affect that purple number. But so as he's spinning, he's hitting everybody, and the Morellonomicon, when the holder deals damage with their spell, which that's what he's doing when he's spinning, they burn the target, dealing 25% of the target's maximum health as true damage over 10 seconds, and reducing healing by 50% for the duration. So everybody he hits, he's going to put a dot on them that's true damage, so it's going to ignore all the resistances, and it's going to reduce their healing by 50%. All of which is, you know, good stuff. Alright. Now, if we're going to focus on Jax, let's take a look at him. So he is a Divine Duelist. So he dodges all incoming attacks for 2 seconds, then strikes all nearby enemies, dealing 150 magic damage and stunning them for 1.5 seconds. Okay. So because Jax has that stun, we want him kind of casting that more often. This is the carousel round for phase 2. Yeah, I didn't move quite fast enough. Those recurve bows are hard to get. And I think this is a duelist that we picked up. It is, so we'll actually do that. Alright. So up top you'll see we're in what I call phase 2, and then we're on round 5. So every phase will look like this, where it will have the 5 PvP rounds, which are the double swords. It'll have 1 carousel that's in the middle, and 1 NPC round at the end. Now the carousel round is where you pick up a champion with the item, and the NPC round at the end is they drop loot orbs. And the loot orbs have a chance of dropping gold, champions, or items. And on the phases 2 through 4, the NPCs will drop these half items that you combine into a full item. After that, it'll be full items. Now, let me look here on the bottom. Okay, we're not buying anything. Okay. And then, nice. There's another duelist. Okay, something else to look at up top here is for the PvP swords, you'll see that there's 1 in yellow, that's where we are currently, and then there's 4 blue ones. Now, they are blue if you win, and if you scroll over them, it shows you who you won against, so likely Stoned 420. So he's over here on the right. I could click on him to go see kind of what he's building if I want to. Oh, we're up against him again. Oh, no, we're not. Somebody else just has a very similar build to us. Okay. But, so, I'm not going to do a whole lot of that for right now. It's kind of confusing and overwhelming if you're not used to the game. So I wouldn't actually focus on that if you're not used to it yet. But you can, if you're interested, you know, see who you won against. It'll be red if you lost. So if you're losing a bunch, you can kind of go see to who and to what. And alright, so this is the Krug round. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Grab the Duelist, and I'll explain what I did in a sec. Okay. So the Krugs are always going to be this round, the round 2-7. They are kind of tanky. They also hit hard. So if you are not level 5, then you really need to have all 4 of them kind of need to be 2 stars. Otherwise you might struggle to kill them all. And you really want to kill all the NPCs. Those loot orbs are really important. Alright, and then I grabbed the Yasuo because he'll give us the extra Duelist. And we'll actually stick him over here by himself. Now, the Duelist, let's go ahead and go read them. Innate Duelist gain bonus movement speed. Their attacks grant attack speed up to 8 stacks. It's so the 4-piece they get 20% attack speed per stack, and the bonus that you actually have will be highlighted in white. The ones that are kind of grayed out are the other set bonuses that are possible for that. So you can get 8-piece Duelist, which actually I don't think it's a possibility yet. They must plan on adding it. Oh no, you can make a Duelist. Okay, I've got a item cheat sheet open. So that's what you have to do, is you have to make Duelists out of from the spatulas if you want the 8-piece. All right, and let's grab another Fiora. So the Duelists are made from the recurve bows, which we do have one, so we will actually see kind of what comes of that. I'm kind of holding off on making any items, just kind of want to see what we get, who we get, those types of things. Okay, so let's go ahead and read Yasuo. Yasuo strikes forward 2 hexes, attacking for 190% of his attack damage. If he can't hit 2 targets from where he's standing, he'll first dash to a place where he can. And I'll actually click on the one. If you click on the ones on your bar, you can read them a lot easier than the ones that are in combat. We may actually lose here. Oh no, we don't. Nice. Okay. So you'll notice Yasuo does have kind of 2. Here, let me just look at everything here first for a sec. Do a little re-rolling. There's Wukong. Garen. So I'm kind of looking for, I'm looking for any Duelist, and then I'm looking for Wukong or Garen. So Yasuo, his spell is affected by, you'll notice, both the purple and the brown. So the purple is affected by spell power, so needlessly large rods or some of the items on the left here can give you spell power. The brown is physical, so BF sword or some of the stuff on the left can give you physical as well. Now over on the right here, you'll see the carousel. As far as who gets to pick first, it always goes by who's on the bottom. So the people on the bottom, let me go ahead and pick my item here. The people on the bottom get to pick first, followed by the second 2, then the third 2, and it releases 2 at a time. Sell him and get up to our next. Honestly, I think we'll go ahead and just stick the second Garen in, and then we'll do a little re-rolling here. Looking for okay. Something else to note over here on the right is you'll notice that the first two, I'm in first, and it's kind of obvious because my picture is bigger than everybody else's. That doesn't happen when you're in first. That just it shows you your picture bigger wherever you are over there, so it's kind of easy to tell how you're doing. The person who's on top has the most hit points, so I've got 100, and then you'll see the hit points are in descending order. Ah, nice. Now we can make a divine. Oh right, we're going duelist. Okay, well that's okay. We will. So there, nice. There's our 3-star Garen and our 2-star Jax. Very, very, very nice. Okay, so we'll stick another duelist out there. Back to over on the right. In the beginning, you will lose less hit points when you lose, and as it goes on, you'll take more and more damage. So it's okay to lose more a little bit in the early game. It's also okay to be on fire. Now, when you're on fire like this, that means that you have the win streak of 5+, and so I'm getting an extra 3 gold per round right now for that, which is really useful and helpful. There's another duelist. Very nice. And we'll go ahead and just dump into experience. So this is actually really cool that Garen got up to 3-star. So because he's 3-star, he's getting the number that's on the right, so he actually does a lot of damage. And he takes reduced magic damage over the duration. Plus he's getting the 100 armor for just being a vanguard, so he's very kind of tanky. Alright, those are not duelists. Okay, so we can make a duelist, which I think we're going to do. We're going to turn Garen into a duelist. And go Giant Slayer and red buff on Jax. And then just dump into experience here. Okay, we are still looking for duelist. Now it is showing Garen as a duelist because we made him a duelist, so it is showing 7. So we have one of the blues on the backboard, and then we're missing the yellow duelist. Okay. You know, we'll just kind of dump into experience a little here. Now the divine, I don't think I went over that. So Jax and Wukong are getting this. Upon attacking 6 times or dropping below 50% health, they ascend, taking 25% reduced damage and dealing bonus true damage for the rest of combat. We'll re-roll this round. So, looking for duelist. You know, we're going to grab him. If we turn anybody else into a duelist, it'll be Warwick. Okay. So I'll show you this menu here in just a second and how you can get to there. Back over to the right here. So there are 2 of us on fire. That just means that we're on a win streak. It also makes your little legend really big. So if you look, I'm actually kind of giant, and it compared to, like, here's the river sprite. So in comparison, so we pick last again, and that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the Crit Glove item. We'll get another Duelist going here. So I like the Crit Glove item. You can combine 2 Crit Gloves, and it just takes care of your items for that person for the rest of combat. So it fills up the rest of their item slots is what it does. They each have 3 item slots. The Crit Gloves give them 20% crit chance and 20% dodge as well, which makes them a little more survivable. And then you just get these other two will be random every round. It'll change every round. Okay, and do 1 reroll here. This is kind of, the Duelists are just, it's kind of silly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna grab the Fiora. It's gonna get harder and harder to get the 1 stars, or the 1 gold cost, the whites. So right now we have 7 Duelists. If we can get to that yellow one, we will actually have the 8-piece. So we will go ahead and do that, and we'll put Warwick in. Nope, we weren't fast enough. That's okay. And he just got the anti-healing buff on everybody, which is nice. But we may actually take our first loss here. And, yep, we did. It's kind of fun. The winning team gets to do a victory dance, and that can be kind of fun. Alright. Put Warwick in. Go ahead and do a little re-rolling here. Now these are the Raptors. This is round 4-7. These are the last of the single items. The items that build into 2. Of course, you may not get items. You might get, gold or champions like we just did. Alright, and do a little re-rolling. So again, I'm just looking for keywords on the bottom. I don't really know all the champions by their picture or their names yet, so for me it's just easier to kind of focus on the keywords. So I'm looking for Duelist or Divine. Now over here on the right you'll see we're still on top, but we're not on fire anymore. That's because we are on a loss streak now, and that's okay. Now up at the right you'll see there are 2 buttons. The one with the people heads, that's, wait for that to go away, that's what allows you to see all the people, and that's kind of what it defaults to. And then up on top with the double swords, it'll show you, if you click on it, it'll show you who's doing all of your damage. So Jax is doing most of our damage, which is good. And then Garen is starting to drop off now. He was doing more when he was staying alive longer, but he's going to start kind of dropping off now. Which honestly, we may sell him and turn Warwick into a duelist instead. And then replace Garen with somebody else divine. We're going to try to get up to level 9 though before we do that. And give... You know, let's go ahead and read the Warwick. We'll go ahead and sell him. Oh, nope, that's the play. Give Warwick the hunter buff. Okay, so Warwick gains attack speed, 50% lifesteal, and moves faster for the rest of combat while in this state. If he scores a takedown, he howls, stunning all adjacent enemies. Go ahead and give him a Dragon's Claw. Just 2 Negatron Cloaks. What that is it gives him not only 50 magic resist, but it reduces... Okay. That's what I meant about in combat, they kind of move, so it's hard to read. Reduces incoming magic damage by 60%. Just help make him a little more survivable. So now that we're up there, we are going to start just kind of mass re-rolling here, trying to get our last duelist. And there he is. And he's divine. Very nice. And we're going to make her a duelist. So there's our 8-piece duelist. Go ahead and give that to him. And we also have the 4-piece divine, which is nice. Okay, so... he punches his target, dealing 250 magic damage, knocking them back. You know, we will also... may have to give this to... Ooh, crap. Shoot, that was our 2-star. Didn't even notice. Warwick. There it is. Okay. Leave him off by himself. Okay, let's look at Callista. So passive. So I'm looking for who to put that Morellonomicon on. Honestly, we'll give it to Jax here. And okay, there's Warwick. So I'm really just looking for the keyword Duelist down here. Okay. Save half the damage and are stunned. Oof. He's got the Ash going. I have no idea if that works on him. We'll find out. Morellonomicon. Alright. Do a little reroll on here. Nice. There is our 2-star Ash, assuming we survive. Oh, people are getting the gold carries. So I've been locked on the, okay, who's doing the most damage, and we will go back to people so you can kind of see. We are now guaranteed top 4, which is considered a win in TFT. Alright. So I am basically just looking for, I'm not looking to pick up a new Duelist here. There's the Sinzhao and Warwick and Sinzhao. So I'm looking to get a 3-star. That's what we're losing to now, is everybody's got 3 stars. And well, okay, we went out, but that's okay. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up it, and if you enjoy what I'm producing, please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a bunch. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.